Robert Saleh fired. Oh my God, I did not have him on my list of first coach fired.
Joe Namath strikes again.
Oh my God, Saleh is gone. In a shock, I don't think anybody saw this coming.
They're playing for first place this week. What the fuck?
Ladies and gentlemen, the New York Jets. This is what they do.
This is idiotic.
By any of this, they are a garbage franchise run by garbage people. I'm sorry, they're a clown show, and I'm so sick and tired of it because most Jets fans I know are usually decent human beings. Yeah. They don't deserve this level of suffering.
No, they don't.
The explanation of Woody Johnson was Trump's ambassador to England, and he's embarrassed that they got embarrassed in England, and that's why he fired Robert Saleh.
Did you see that press release where he's referred to as Ambassador Johnson throughout?
Yes, weird. That's why he's fired, because they lost in England.
Oh my God,
he was embarrassed.
I smell Poochie.
100%.
Oh God, Poochie's not helping. Poochie's not helping.
Red paw prints all over it.
He's not helping. All right, he definitely didn't.
No, he's not helping. And although, listen, some of this, to your point, this is a whole New York owner thing, right? Like there are rumors out there that the Rangers, the New York Rangers, had a deal in place to acquire some star. I forget who it was, but it would have required them to trade their first-round pick. And Dolan refused the trade because it would have meant that the Rangers had no picks at Sphere.
Yeah.
So, I mean, is the England ambassador theory really that far-fetched?
No, it's real. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Look, they could have got him a consolation prize and let JD in the straight shot play the Sphere. It would have been fine.
They have a lifetime residency over there. JD in the straight shot.
They can't get a lifetime residency at the Staten Island Civic Center.
They own the Sphere, so of course they could. Right? He's part owner.
That's a joke, Brian. That's why it doesn't work. They own it. They still can't play there.
Even he's so bad he can't play there. All right. Well,
no, just I don't. This decision makes absolutely no sense. Like we've talked about,
I agree.
Before, like Saleh seems like a great coach. He's, the Jets defense is playing remarkable.
Yes, great coach. I don't know.
He's better than average.
Decent.
He's better than average. And
I don't think he deserved to be fired.
He's been saddled with, bad rosters and injuries. Zach Wilson for a freaking year, and then gets his OC fired so they can hire freaking Hackett. And apparently, word on the street was he was about to fire Hackett, or he was contemplating firing Hackett after the performance, and instead he gets axed. So again, I smell Poochie.
Yeah, 100%. That's him written all over.
His boy Hackett was going to get fired, and he went to Woody. He went to Woody and said, "I don't know if I can play anymore. I got to go smoke some ayahuasca or whatever." Man, screw that guy.
Poochie
and Robert Saleh, please come back. Be a defense and help us.
Can he come back right now? Is that possible?
Right now,
please come back right now.
And Brandon Staley can go harvest
his life coach.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon Staley. I forgot he was on your team.
Yes, with his life. Yes,
his life coach.
Satchel of Richards.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, I don't think anybody saw this coming. Least of which was Robert Saleh himself, who went in for a meeting and had to be escorted out of the building.
It's like in Hard Knocks when he puts the door. Like, boop, boop, boop. Oh man, I got fired.
Man, I am
that one guy.
I am 100% sure that right now Saleh is fuming.
Oh yeah,
right. Like he got shanghaied. He had no clue this was coming. He's upset. He's probably mad at everybody. In possibly as early as tomorrow morning, what's the degree of relief he's going to feel?
I know, right?
No, he's home with his 9 kids, so I'm sure he's not going to be that relieved.
I want to say last week we talked about Saleh maybe being at risk.
Drew, you brought it up. You said Saleh. Yeah. Is this going to get blamed on him? I didn't realize it would be less than 6 days from this
later.
Well, and here's the thing: like they lost to a good Vikings team.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Vikings are undefeated.
1-4 team here.
Okay, and they held that defense. They held that offense. Nothing. I mean,
they stopped that explosive offense, and Poochie was the problem. He threw 3 picks.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe Poochie should throw those interceptions.
This strikes me though as like they are going to regret this when their
100%.
defense regresses as bad as it's going to regress, I think.
Because I think their defense liked to play for Saleh.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he seems to be the kind of dude like people like to play for. Like you don't hear a lot of like he's a crappy coach and he's a jerk. Like it seems to be like they love the dude.
What is the earliest a coach has been fired mid-season during season?
This is pretty early.
This is real early. I mean,
not even a third of the way through.
Yeah. Just
this is really
so
early. I did not have him as first coach fired. I could have seen him get fired at the end of the year if they didn't meet expectations. Sure. Probably that would have been fair. But wow.
This team just goes in circles. Like they just don't stick with a coach. Like it just Saleh at least had he was able to handle the media okay. His defenses were good. And they just once again, now what are you gonna do when Pucci leaves? You're gonna draft a quarterback, start all over again? Like it's insane.
Who's the guy they're targeting? Like who do they want to be the
Bill
coach?
Belichick, yeah. It's Belichick.
Oh,
it is Belichick. It's 100%.
They can't do that again, right?
Oh, there's no way he's coming back.
Oh, I bet he would.
No.
With total control over the team, I bet he would.
No way, because he's not that dumb.
He knows they're dysfunctional. He's not going there.
Nah. I think if
Rodgers stays in the last time, guys.
Okay, then
if Rodgers stays, I think that's a big draw for him.
Then if Belichick, why not offer him the fucking job right now? What do you like?
How do you know that hasn't happened?
Yeah.
Did they try? Maybe
that poor D coordinator.
They did already say that guy would be the coach for the remainder of the season, but they also said Saleh would be the coach to the remainder of the season. So here we are.
Also, I had to look it up. I looked at his name. Like, is that the OK linebacker who used to play in the NFL? And I'm like, oh, it is. How about that? That's okay.
Also, look, I think they ought to hire Rich Kotite.
There's only one phrase we all need to know here, which is, by God, that's Ron Rivera's music.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine promoting Ron and the Jets.
Yeah.
At the very least, they'd be an entertaining watch.
They would be entertaining again.
But Ryan, you made a really good point. Like, this seems to be the Jets' MO. They routinely keep stepping on their own, stepping on their own Woody Johnsons, if you will. Because that was the low-hanging curveball I had.
I like that. You nailed it.
Anyway, they keep. How long have we all been watching football? And how long have the Jets had the same dysfunctional problem of unable to keep a consistent head coach, ownership meddling in affairs and making really poor personnel decisions? Like at a certain point, I don't understand how these people have made so much money in their lives, but as soon as they become owners, they have this myopic view that, obviously my skill sets translates to this industry and I can totally run it the same way. Like it doesn't work that way. There's not been Al Davis was probably the last owner who I'm the owner and I can do shit, but that was like 45 years ago when he was successful.
The last time I grew up in a Jets house, as we've discussed, the last time the Jets were a stable franchise, because I understand they went to the two AFC championship games with Mark Sanchez.
With Rex.
The last time that they felt like they weren't held together with matchsticks was when Leon Hess was still alive and he surrendered everything to Bill Parcells.
Yeah.
Parcells, I was going to say, the Parcells years were
a solid organization.
Yeah.
That felt sustainable. They went to the AFC title game with Vinny. They got slapped by the Broncos, but that happens. But and then right on the heels of that, when Parcells was still kind of hanging around, is when they hired Al Groh for a season. But then they had some success in the Herman Edwards years originally. And then after Leon Hess died and the team got sold, it all went south.
Bill Parcells last coached the New York Jets.
Yeah.
In the year 2000.
I know.
Yeah.
It's been 24 years of just clown show dysfunction.
Listen, you don't have to tell it to me. The hat is backwards and has been for 22 years.
I need to go get a backwards hat too, given this week. But
I think